Coco Chanel, unless you guys are living under a rock, is a very famous high-end fashion designer and, in my opinion, an innovator. I think most people, if not all people, know about the brand Chanel, which is a very luxurious and glamorous and expensive brand, but I don't think that many people know much about the designer Coco Chanel herself. In a previous video I mentioned that if I could meet anyone in the world, dead or alive, one of those people would be Coco Chanel. I just really think that she is just so much more than a fashion label that is popular today. She, to me, is an icon, a creator, and an innovator for women and for fashion in general. So first off, I'm not going to say much about her history or anything like that, but I do want to mention that as a kid she was anything but high-end. She wasn't rich or anything like that. In fact, she was very poor, and when her mom died, her father sent her to an orphanage that was run by nuns, by a group of nuns, and there she was, you know, learning how to sew. And so basically that's where she started learning to, you know, create fabrics and things like that. When she was around 20, she met two very wealthy men who were instrumental to her fashion career. Through these wealthy men, she met many other wealthy women who were interested in fashion, and at this time, you know, women were wearing corsets and they were wearing really confining garments and things like that. They were only wearing dresses and they weren't allowed to wear pants or suits or anything like that, and Coco Chanel found this kind of ridiculous. At the time though, she couldn't really do anything because she didn't have any funds for it, so she just, you know, would make hats for herself, and then sooner or later these wealthy friends of the two men that she met at the time started hearing about it and started really liking her creations. So they started ordering, and through hearsay and recommendations from them, her business just kind of started booming, and through the years she just kind of did this all on her own, and later on she opened up a couple of stores, and the rest is history. Now, why I believe Coco Chanel is such a pioneer and an innovator and not just a luxury brand is because of her efforts for women and fashion in general. She believed that luxury must be comfortable, and if it's not comfortable, it's probably not luxury. I hated the fact that women only had to wear corsets and gigantic dresses, and here she's thinking, you know, why can't women be glamorous and, you know, beautiful but comfortable at the same time? So she decided to create menswear inspired pieces and clothing for women, like I said, emphasizing comfort. She started making trousers for women, and then, you know, she started making suits for women. At the time, people would make fun of her for it because she was wearing men's clothes, but obviously through time these clients of hers started realizing that these are actually really nice and comfortable at the same time. So to me, her designs were amazing because she broke through the barriers and made, you know, just basically said goodbye to the corsets and the other terrible confining clothes. As if those reasons were enough, around the 1920s, she started designing the little black dress that we know so well today. Everyone thought black was just for people who were mourning, or, you know, if it's like a sad occasion or something, but Coco Chanel kind of proved that the color black and the color white can be mixed together, or it can be worn separately, and it will look chic and glamorous and feminine and really beautiful. I'm not really an expert on her life story and her backstory or anything like that, but I find her life really fascinating because to me she's such a multi-dimensional character, I mean, woman, you know, in the society then and now, I think. So I thought I'd share with you all why exactly I wanted to meet her if I had the opportunity to, because I really just think that the brand Chanel is classic, it's timeless, and is loved by many. And I think, you know, before I didn't really think much about the brand. I just thought it was a very expensive, luxurious brand and nothing else. But as soon as I started learning about the designer herself and the brand itself, I kind of learned more about it, and I kind of appreciated why it's even here in the first place. So I don't know, I just find it really interesting. So I thought I'd share this with you all. But it's a pretty random video, but I hope you guys enjoy it anyway, and have a great weekend.